Jimmy Carrane's an improv nerd.
No, there was no thinking about it. It was instantaneous. It's like, yes, I'm going.
And so tell me, you go there, and it's like the beginning of long form, right?
Well,
in New York,
yeah.
In New York.
Kind of, yeah.
There's 50, 100 students. It's you, Armando, and then the UCB4 who are teaching out there.
Yes. Yeah, so the UCB went out there, I think they first went out there in 95, and they had been doing lots of sketch shows. They were trying to get a sketch show on Comedy Central. They weren't trying to start a theater, but it just sort of happened. They would do improv, and people would ask them to coach and teach. So they sort of built up this following, and they realized after a while they were producing all these shows that it was cheaper for them to have a theater than to produce all these shows at other places. So they opened a theater and invited me to come teach about a month or two after their first theater opened. And they were just exploding with students. It took us years to sort of go through the waiting list for students there. And it's still like that. They put up new classes and they sell out in 10 minutes. It's crazy.
What was that like? Now you're teaching there. You're hugely respected. It's at the beginning of this movement. I mean, Magnet's not around, Pitt's not around. It's just the UCB. They're bringing Chicago-style improv to New York. How exciting was that?
It was really fun. I mean, it was really interesting. I think that the talent level of the people at UCB, on average, was way higher than what I saw in Chicago. Now,
why is that, do you think?
Because I don't think New York is always the place you go to first. People get good and then they go to New York. So people had a bigger background as performers. Some of the people I was working with, I don't know if you've ever met Michael Delaney. So there was Michael Delaney and Billy Merritt and Andy Secunda and Andy Daly and Sean Conroy. These are guys who were on this team called The Swarm. And they had been doing improv for a very long time by the time I met up with them, but it was just this style of long form was new to them. So it was exciting because there were a lot of people who were just ready for something like this to happen. But it was